Hi sir, in this video, I'm gonna have a mini documentary of my performances from first to 7th exam in GE2 Purposive Communication with Interactive Learning. So without further ado, let's get started.
So hello, good day. So this is our video awareness of COVID-19 or coronavirus 19. COVID-19 is from the Latin word, it means crown itself. It was first generated in 1968 by an informal group of Princeton in the journal Coronavirus 19, where the COVID-19 appeared in Wuhan, China in 2019 December. Some of the people said that it came from the bat because Chinese people eat bat. So here's the statistics of coronavirus 19. It started on December 8, 2019. The strong outbreak starting January to February.
It shows the current statistics or updates of COVID-19 as of October 8. According to JHUC SSC COVID-19 data, the total cases in the Philippines is about 332,000 with 274,000 recoveries and 6,069 deaths.
So, the report is all about the impact and the symptoms of the COVID-19.
So as you can see, people are wearing masks to avoid contact with people infected. These are the list of symptoms of COVID-19. This virus is asymptomatic. You cannot know or identify because you cannot figure out after 13 days of exposure to the people infected.
The following steps shown in the image are the ways how to prevent COVID-19 by knowing the facts and taking appropriate precautions. Follow advice provided by your local health authority. If ever you feel sick, you should rest. Drink plenty of fluid and eat nutritious food. Stay in a separate room from other family members and use a dedicated bathroom if possible. Clean and disinfect frequently touched surfaces. Seek medical care if you have a fever, a cough, and difficulty breathing. Call in advance. By following the health protocols, you can keep yourself safe during this pandemic. Today, I would like to talk about cyberbullying. But before that, I want to ask, have you ever been called stupid, fat, or ugly? I'm sure everyone in this world experienced being bullied once in their life, whether it is physical action of bullying or bullying that takes place through technology. Cyberbullying is the use of digital communication tools such as internet and cell phone to make another person feel angry, sad, scared, embarrassed, threatened, usually again and again. Example of cyberbullying include sending hurtful texts or instant messages, posting embarrassing photos or videos on social media, and spreading rumors online or with cell phones. In 2019, the number of cyberbullying incidents in the Philippines was highest in those region 4A, amounting to approximately 92.4 thousand victims. Cyberbullying also occurred more on Caraga region and National Capital region. Cyberbullying effect to a person are depression, anxiety, fear, trust issue, low self-esteem and confidence, and suicidal thoughts. As with traditional bullying, cyberbullying can lead to a prolonged traumatic experience for children, forming a negative online reputation and increased emotional and psychological distress. Here are some tips in preventing cyberbullying. First, talk to your children about cyberbullying and also mention that it is common and can happen to anyone. Second, talk about the fundamentals of safe use of internet and follow their action in the digital world. And lastly, prevent them from the unlimited use of technology and internet. Just keep them under control, limit activity and usage times. Following the steps will have a friendlier social media and environment and can prevent from a tragedy. Thank you. I would like to commend everyone for his or her continuous commitment for the company. We are working as a team. In other words, together, everyone achieves more. I am looking forward for more years to come. More innovations, more awards and commendations. I can't make and do it by myself, but I need you. And with this, I would like to formally announce the promotions of our two most valued sales and promotions officer, Mr. Chavez and Ms. Chinky. Mr. Frank Chavez is our Chief Operating Officer and Ms. Flor Chinky is our Chief Financial Officer. Congratulations!
Being the Chief Operating Officer is a great challenge on my part. I am persuasively certain that not only my abilities, capabilities, skills, and energy that I have that made me such, but most of all, character that makes me who am I. I am not perfect. I made mistakes once, twice, thrice, and many times. Yet, I learned from those mistakes and wanted to change my attitude. Thanks to our beloved CEO and our President. You have been my inspiration.
I, also being the Chief Financial Officer, is a wondrous opportunity to serve this company. Like Mr. Chavez, I made mistakes yet willingly learned how to correct those mistakes and change attitude of becoming the best version of me. In other words, character plays a very important role in the workplace. Our company has the system and I have the skills, potentials, capacities, but above all, I have the integrity, the character. Thank you very much, beloved CEO and President. You've been my inspiration.
Good day, sir.
We are here today to propose our research title. Let us introduce ourselves first before on further discussion. I am Janeline Pelari. I am Christine Joy J. Newlands.
I'm RBO0.
I'm Jose Cobino West.
And our research proposal is entitled Socioeconomic Status Influencing the Academic Performance of Financial Management Students in University of Mindanao. We come up on this title because of some situation nowadays, wherein students who have different socioeconomic status has a gap with each other regarding their academic achievements. So, we all know that socioeconomic status encompasses not just income but also educational attainment, financial security, and subjective perceptions of social status and social class. Socioeconomic status can encompass quality of life attributes as well as the opportunities and privileges afforded to people within society. So we choose to conduct this research to examine how socioeconomic status influences the academic performance of the students. We want to investigate what are the variables that contribute to the academic achievement of the students. A person's education is closely linked to their life chances, income, and well-being. Therefore, it is important to have a clear understanding of what benefits or hinders one's educational attainment. The purpose of this study is to determine how the family's socioeconomic status influence the academic performances of financial management students in the University of Mindanao. The researchers aim to know what would be the variables that contributed to the academic performances of the students, since the students' academic performances has a lot of factors. However, the researchers is more focused on how the family's socioeconomic status influence the learner's educational performances at school. In addition, socioeconomic status is a composite measure of an individual's economic and sociological standing. It is a complex assessment measured in a variety of ways that account for a person's work experience, economic and social position in relation to others based on income, education, and occupation. To our research teacher and fellow researchers, good day. I am Janeline Pelare, and I will introduce my co-researchers, Mr. Harvey Ocero, Mr. Jose Cobin West, and Ms. Christine Joy Mullins. From Group 6, presenting our research entitled Socioeconomic Status Influencing the Academic Performance of Financial Management Students in University of Mindanao. So, for the chapter 1, we have the background of the study. Education is the most important tool to establish changes in the society. Therefore, academic performance can be considered as an outcome of education that can improve students' value and better self-esteem in the society. However, academic performance depends on socio-economic status of the parent, which is definitely germane to individual. According to Marjorie Banks, noong 1996, families with high socio-economic status often have more success in preparing their students for school as they can support financially and can easily access to a wide range of resources. In this study, the researcher aims to determine if low and high-level socioeconomic status has effect negatively or positively in the academic performance of financial management students in University of Mindanao. Furthermore, the result of this study will somehow help the students to gain more learnings about this particular situation. It is expected that there is a significant positive correlation between socioeconomic status and academic performance of the students. Next is the statement of the problem. This study aims to explain and determine the effects of socioeconomic status to the academic performance of financial management students of University of Mindanao. This study targets to answer the following questions. First, how socioeconomic status of the family affects the academic performance of the students in terms of the following demographics. First, gender. Second, family income. And last, members of the family. Second, what are the significant differences in a socioeconomic status and academic performance of the financial management students in University of Mindanao in terms of high-level socioeconomic status, middle-level socioeconomic status, and low-level socioeconomic status. Last, is there a significant relationship between socioeconomic status and academic performance of the students? So, for our hypothesis statement, we have the null hypothesis, which is there is no significant relationship between socioeconomic status and academic performance of the financial management students in University of Mindanao. And for our alternative hypothesis, is there is a significant relationship between socioeconomic status and academic performance of the financial management students in University of Mindanao. And now, let's proceed to the theoretical framework. In order to separate the complexity between socioeconomic status and academic performance, the researcher adopted the socio-psychological approach. This approach bears similarity to sociological imagination proposed by Mills 1970. The following are the factors that covered by the socio-psychological theory. First is wealth. According to Greenwald, Hedges, and Lane 1994, the amount of available educational resources was positively linked to the academic achievement of the students. Therefore, money can be considered as the factors that may be influence the academic performance of the students. Second is the family. According to Bandora 1996, parents' education and family interaction during childhood can be linked directly to the children's educational development. Behavior of the students was shaped through observational and direct learning experiences, Bandora 1996. Learning takes a course of interactive action and reactions of their parents, which included in the learning process of the children and which the socialization will develop. And third is the society. Society and education are tightly bound entities and hence cannot be separated from each other, Calabi 2010. Society builds a strong foundation for each other and help us to create an identity of being who we are. Our society represents us a major facilitator of education. Next is conceptual framework. These frameworks present the relationship of socioeconomic status and academic performance of the students. The variable X or the independent variable is the social and economic, and the variable Y or the dependent variable is the academic performance of the financial management students as an outcome of the given independent variable. So, significance of the study. The significance of the study is to examine and determine if there is a significant positive relationship between socioeconomic status and academic performance of the financial management students in University of Mindanao. Academic performance will represent the credibility of the students as a final output in the school. This study can be of significance to the following. Students, this will allow students to understand how the socioeconomic status of their family has impacted their academic performance at school, and this will also give them an understanding of why their grades are high or low. Parents, this will benefit the parents as it will give them more knowledge about how their socioeconomic status influences the academic performance of their children. Future researchers, this research will fill in as heading and reference in their studies for the progression of information that they may use later on or in the future. So, scope and delimitation. This study does not involve other social and environmental factors. It focuses only on socioeconomic status of the family, on how it affects the academic performance of their children, and will be conducted in University of Mindanao. Definition of terms. For clarity and easy understanding of the study, the following major terms were herein defined operationally. Poverty. It refers to the earnings of an individual falling from their minimum level of income. Family background. Factors such as socioeconomic status, family structure, family sizes, ambitions, and practice of parenting are included. School environment refers to these factors such as school structure, school composition, and school climate. Peer influence refers to a group of peers that become important instrument in socialization. Socioeconomic status, a term for referring to prestige based on measure of socioeconomic position as determined by rankings in a social hierarchy. Academic performance refers to the measurement of students' achievement across various academic subjects. These are our references.